just didn't. I don't know. I never liked it at all. I thought the story
messes it up for everybody, including Hawkgirl.
All right, number 6, your favorite guy.
Yes, but not with my favorite woman. So, since the first appearance in 1940, Catwoman has been arguably the most important relationship in Batman's life besides Robin. And now, 77 years later, did you know that Batman asked Catwoman to marry him?
Number 5, Scott Summers and Jean Grey. The relationship between Scott Summers and Jean Grey is one of the mainstays of the X-Men storyline. Dating back, now this is amazing, to the original run of the X-Men in 1963. Now, their love is a bright spot in the history of the mutants, even through marriage, divorce, death, resurrection. Wow, that just blows me away. You gotta think, wow, I finally got rid of that ball and chain and then she gets resurrected again? That's gotta suck, dude. That would make me want to rip out my eyes. You know what I'm talking about, Sky? Time travel and more. Scott and Jean have always cared deeply for one another. So as they did in the movie, did Wolverine have a thing for her, or was that just the movie?
No. Like, even in multiple different dimensions, alternative worlds, that is truly the relationship. It's Jean Grey and Wolverine. It's a relationship that never quite worked out. But, at the very end, Scott, goes with the White Queen. You know that, right?
I gotta be honest, I don't follow the X-Men. I never liked X-Men. Well, no, that's not true. I liked X-Men originally. And then there's just too many different... There's too many different catalogs to follow that I don't know. That's why I'm relying on your expertise of all your years of being a lone house hermit reading all these comic books.
So if that bothers you, what should really bother you is the relationship of number 4, the Joker, and Harley Quinn. This is what's called unhealthy relationship. The Joker almost running a plane into Harley Quinn. The Joker trying to launch her into space. The Joker being the punchline to his latest crime, meaning trying to pushing Harley Quinn off of a building, kick her in the face for attempting to help him, torturing her for being too independent, beating her up for capturing Batman, driving off with 2 other women, chaining her by the neck for keeping secrets, treating Harley as property, offering her flowers, then shooting her, offering her up to some random person at a club, continuously throwing her to hyenas, ratting out her escape plan to reduce her own sentence, substituting her with a fake Harley.
So here's the question.
And continuously manipulating her into loving him. Thus, the most domestic, abusive relationship on this list.
He's pretty good at playing head games, I'll tell you that. And the funny thing is that, Harley Quinn was never introduced to the comic books. She was created just for Batman, the animated series. And it was so popular, their whole relationship, they actually took it over to comic books. That's kind of cool, if you think about it. Really cool. Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy at number 3. Peter Parker and Mary Jane are the most famous couple, but no one, save for Uncle Ben, has been more of a profound influence on the web-slinger than Peter's first love, Gwen Stacy.
Wait, now, explain that to me. How is Gwen more influential than Mary Jane?
Gwen was famously thrown off a bridge by the Green Goblin, and Spider-Man was unable to save her. Her death sent waves to the whole Marvel Universe, and it continues to impact the character to this day. Him trying to change time, the way he acts around women, everything like that.
When did he change time?
With Doctor Strange, I believe.
Well, but he's still with Mary Jane.
But he would have been with Gwen Stacy more first. He would rather, if she had not died with the Green Goblin, he would have rather been with Gwen Stacy than, what's her name? Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker and Mary Jane, okay? Who do you see? Let's not say they changed lives, okay? Because this is the list that I thought I'd come up with. How do you see them? Who do you think has a better relationship? Let's think of it that way. Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, or Peter Parker and Mary Jane?
Better relationship.
No, who do you think he loved more?
Want me to answer? You have to stop talking.
Go ahead, answer.
Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. I mean, that'd be really cool.
Okay, so Peter Parker, they're cheating on Peter Parker together. How are they?
I messed up. Sometimes I give him my coffee, Gwen Stacy and Spider-Man.
So I was right. They are.
You said deeply in love. You said that's a healthy relationship.
Okay, I'm just saying that death of Gwen Stacy affected him a lot. And you're asking me how. I can't sit here and open every comic book and see how it affected, but I'm telling you that
I think it affected the readers more than anything.
Okay, if you say, you know what, we'll have to agree to disagree. Even though I was right with Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy.
Well, you were wrong. It's not Liz Allen and Liz Toomes.
All right. You're jumping all over the place. It's Valentine's Day, trying to reel it back in here.
Typical Valentine's relationship. Exactly.
I'm just trying to eat my chocolates. All right, number 2. What's number 2?
Oh, number 2. It is Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon.
So do you see that, yes or no?
Well, what happened to Dick Grayson and Starfire?
Come on, man. That relationship? Was that even last long?
Who would you rather do, Barbara or Starfire?
Wonder Woman. What do you mean?
What?
Wonder Woman, man.
Now who's going left field?
First, the reason why I'm going to go with Wonder Woman is she's in the same universe as I am. Because if I'm Robin, I'm DC, right? 2, she doesn't age. I'll be old and she'll still be young. Am I right?
Well, when do you see Starfire aging?
I don't know. I don't follow Starfire.
Oh.
I don't follow Starfire.
She's a princess too.
All right. Well, if you go on down a little bit, it says sparks really began to fly in the late 90s in Batman the Animated Series and later in the various Bat family stories. Their eternal will they or won't they flirtation peaked to infinite crisis with what has become one of the most memorable proposals in comic history.
Now, you know, what about
I didn't even know they got... Go.
Remember they had Batman and Barbara.
They did have that for a while, didn't they?
They did. What do you feel about that?
I don't know.
Thought that was so inappropriate.
It's very
That's
inappropriate.
like you dating someone who's 19 years old.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And this is supposed to be a special Valentine's Day. Just stick with saying I love you and stop talking.
Roses are red and violets are blue. If they're 19, you know the love's true. Number 1, Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Of course, it's number 1. For many, the relationship between Lois and Clark is the comic book romance. They're perhaps the longest-lasting comic book couple, with Lois introduced alongside Superman, in Action Comics number 1. Through certain stories and timelines, found Superman involved with Wonder Woman.
Now, what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? You're the Superman fan.
Honestly,
yeah.
Okay, so I'm reading right now Superman, the Man of the Future, and it's a Superman with Batman Beyond. I've been reading that like crazy right now. Ever since Lois died, he's lonely, doesn't know what to do with his life, he's all over the place. Then he leaves Earth for a while, goes to outer space, and they really need him. Metropolis is the hell. Batman, Tini McGinnis is like flying to Metropolis all the time trying to help out because it's just so messed up. And then he comes back because he goes, guys, all I'm doing is in space helping people. He's a mess. And when he comes back, first thing he does is he dresses up like Clark Kent and he goes to Lois's funeral plot, and he notices that Wayne has been leaving flowers there all the time. He's just
Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, as an old man, he's paid to have flowers delivered there.
Yeah, because they had a relationship, right? Lois Lane and Bruce Wayne.
Very short.
No, I know.
But he did it for Clark.
Did he propose for her?
No, I don't think so.
No, to give him some kahunas, right?
No, yeah, he did. But he saw Batman, knew he was there, or Bruce Wayne, and he went over and they talked for a while. And he goes, "Are you back for a while?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Clark's good." And they walked together because they both looked old. But he would be better. Superman. Long story short, Superman would be better with Wonder Woman because they would live longer than anyone else. I don't know Wonder Woman's timeline or how because she's part of a goddess or whatever, she won't pass away, but Superman lives longer with Kryptonian blood, and they just seem like they would be better suited for each other.
I know, but you don't see the sparks like that. Like, I know, like, that happened. So when the 52 first came out, Batman had a visualization of his life in the future with Wonder Woman, and he didn't want to give her some pain of doing that. But it's like that, what's that old saying? Is it better to love or not to love at all?
It is better to have loved and lost than to never have loved ever.
Oh, see? Now it's really Valentine's Day.
That's about it for the list. The list made me depressed. Hey, Valentine's Day by the numbers. Let's throw this out real fast. 85% Hallmark offers 1,300 different Valentine's Day greeting cards. 145 million Valentine's Day cards are bought every year. 174,000 gallons of sparkling wine is purchased during the week leading up to Valentine's Day. 250 million roses are grown for Valentine's Day. 63% of people who purchase roses for Valentine's Day will purchase red ones. 36 million heart-shaped chocolate boxes will be sold for Valentine's Day. And 11,000, this is a big one, children are conceived each year on Valentine's Day.
When's their birthday?
Huh?
When's their birthday?
8 months from that? 9 months
from that?
9 months?
Preemies only?
9 months? I don't know. Give me the date. I don't know.
Okay, so 2 plus 9 is what, honey?
I'm 2 plus 9, 11.
There you go, November. Turkey babies.
Oh, so my sister was born. So my mom had sex on Valentine's Day. That's gross. Never doing it again. 40% of people would hook up with someone just because it's Valentine's Day. It must be every day Valentine's Day. Consumers will spend $681 million on their pets for Valentine's Day.
Why?
What a waste of money.
Okay, you just lost all the listeners who are pet lovers.
Well, she just goes, why? $1.7 billion will be spent on Valentine's Day candy.
Find a charity and donate it to a good cause. The environment, children, education.
There is
Think about
nothing wrong with candy. Hey, we're both sick, and she's even more sick, but happy Valentine's Day, and hope you found a loved one that will treat you right.
And even when you're sick, be a superhero to yourself and to your world. Even for people who moan like that, too.
That does it for our show. Production of Fonseca.fm. To find our affiliates and shows we work with, go to Fonseca.fm. Executive producer Brandon Rendazzle. Assistant producer Lisa Layson. Research, of course, AMV. Make sure to follow us on social media at Your Nerd Side. Follow us on all podcast forums at iTunes, Apple, Spotify, you name it, we've got it. I want to thank our sponsors, Kellogg's. More than 100 years, Kellogg's and their employees have worked to do what's right for the communities by creating great products. From cereal, food, you name it. You want to find out more about Kellogg's, go to kellogg's.com. Also brought to you by Disney. Disney.com, Disney World, Disneyland. The possibilities for Disney are unbelievable. To find out more, go to Disney.com to see what they have, what they can offer for you. Skechers, the shoes you need to wear. The shoes that are awesome. SkechersUSA.com. You want to check them out and see what kind of pairs of shoes they have and what styles they have to offer. Twizzlers, Twizzlers.com. The candy everyone loves. You go to the movies, Twizzlers are the best to eat, and they're easy to sneak in. Twizzlers.com. The candy you love. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to the show, and make sure to always follow us.